Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode here on the Boredom server, where today it is time to get a little bit spooky, okay? And by spooky I mean not very spooky at all, because being spooky in Minecraft, just the most terrifying thing you do is you come across a creeper when you least expect it and you hear that sizzle. That is the most terrifying thing in this whole entire game. So trying to get spooky is a little difficult. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of Halloween building. And one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to build... Okay, well, everything's just changing now, isn't it? Is we are going to try and rebuild something from last season, which was Sir Skellington or Sir Spookington. I can't remember exactly what his name was. But it is a build all the way back from season... We're on season 8 now, so season 7. And I'm thinking, considering bringing back one more build, all the way back from season 3. And I think if you have followed the series, which I doubt anybody really has, season 3's build should be pretty easy to guess. But it is something that was really cool to have back then, that I would like to bring back now. But anyways, what we have to do first is we need to jump into spectator mode, because we got to figure out where in the hell we're going to build this stuff, okay? Because what we have over here is we kind of have like a farm, like a harvest district kind of going on over here with Ben's build, where we got a bunch of pumpkins that you can come and get, and then you got like this little hay ride, very fall themed, okay? I don't think this is the area to do this. I think that we hit this up next season, and maybe we kind of do what John was doing with the cornucopia. Maybe build that again over here, because this definitely seems more like a fall Thanksgiving area is what this is. This isn't spooky, scary skeleton area. Okay, that's just not what it is. I mean, sure, we have a spooky tree here on the train, but that's about it. I don't think that this is the right area to build it. Over here, I was talking with Joe, and I was thinking maybe, just maybe over here, we maybe do like a Christmas district. Like we kind of branch off from the Swan, kind of have like a candy cane road, maybe comes up here to like a Christmas village, maybe the North Pole sort of thing. But she was thinking that maybe we could go in here behind the inn, and there is plenty of room here behind the inn. We haven't developed here behind the inn. The only thing about this area is I feel like this would be good for more shops, and kind of have the inn as kind of like a center type thing. Like a path could lead through the inn to get to more shops. So I don't know if we really want to develop Christmas over here or Halloween over here. So what I'm thinking we're kind of left with is somewhere over here, or yeah, because I don't think we really want to go that way. We could just do them like scattered builds as well, because I really came into this with no plan. That's kind of my whole thing with this, is I go into things with zero plan. And you can kind of see the thinking process of how things work here on this chaotic server I call home. And I'm thinking we could kind of do it over here. The thing about doing it over there is I don't know how you get over there. That's the only problem. So how do we get to the skeleton spooky district? Because we could, there's not enough room here between me and Joe's shop. There's a little bit of room right here between Joe's and Brandy's shop. But there's also quite a bit of room right here I think we could make work. So I'm thinking what we do is we go ahead and have a branch come to right here. Then we have a secondary branch coming off of like right about here. And those branches will meet to here and kind of go this way to this little section. And I think this will be the Halloween district. How much will we have in the Halloween district, you ask? I hear you. Not a whole lot, because today, let me check, what is today? The 26th? Yeah, there's not going to be a whole lot over here, because I don't think too many more people are going to be building. So, we kind of got to think. We got to think. What do we want to do? Do I have time to do 2 builds in one episode? I think yes. Well, actually 3 builds, because I got to build the road. I got to build one the Mr. Spoopington, and then maybe the build from season 3. The only bad thing is if I do this, I have to move these guys, and I gotta basically demolish the bank, which is not a bank at all. So yeah. This could be a little bit of an interesting episode. But one thing I do want to show is there are 2 new shops in town. So let's go ahead and unspec ourselves. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. So over here we have Speedy's Gold Shop, okay? And the thing with Speedy's Gold Shop is that it's constantly sold out because someone, aka Ben, keeps buying it all. So it is a unit for a stack of 16, okay? And the 16 is 16 blocks. 16 blocky blocks. Actually, here, let me grab that and move that over there, so that way we have that chest officially empty. But yeah, that is one hell of a deal. 16 blocks of gold for a unit. That is that I will buy if I can ever get the chance to be there first. Where is there under my eggs in there? I don't even know. I don't know. I don't want to know. But there is a second shop, which confused the hell out of me. Okay, it really did. Because I came around this corner over here, and I decided, oh, I'm going to stop in and see what Speedy's Concrete's been up to. And I came in here, and I was like, oh, there's some chests missing and stuff. And then I read this. 8 stacks for a unit. And I look over here, and I'm like, oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, it is a quartz shop. So, basically, it looks damn near exactly the same as the concrete shop. So I'm going to put a request out there for Chris. Can you change this to a different concrete? So that way I get less confused between these two. Because I get that one stripy, but I walked in here just not even thinking. And I was just like, oh, hey, where'd the concrete go? But yeah, I was just like, wow, okay. They're similar. But we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of business while we are here. Let's go ahead and grab 2 of those. And we'll go ahead and grab... I don't have enough room to grab 2 of those. So I'm only going to grab... Wait a minute, do I have a shulker box? Nope. Oh wait, yeah I do. Yeah I do. There we go. So let's go ahead and grab those as well. And we'll do this little block right here. Come on. There you go. That's right. Gonna deposit all this into here, and we're going to have a supply of quartz, which is going to be very, very nice to have, because the bank is going to be made out of quartz. At least that was the plan that me and Ben came up with, because Daniel is nowhere around. So actually, I think he just went on like a training deployment mission sort of thing. So I have no idea when he's going to be back. But I also heard word of one other thing that I need to check before we go. And that was that I have, no more spawners. 60. Oh, we got to restock. Oh, man. Which sucks, because I need to go kill the wither a couple of times to make more of those. But you want to know something? Money's money, and that is what helps the economy build around here. So, Chris, you might get some of these diamonds back if you restock your gold. That's for dang sure. As well as probably going to get some more quartz out of me as well. But for right now, I need to get busy because I have a long night ahead of me now. So let's see what we can do. Alright, guys, so before we reveal what we did in Town Hall, I kind of want to talk to you guys about this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and jump into a spectator mode. And what we're going to do is we're just going to fly around a little bit here, okay? Because the one thing I was thinking is, what do I want to do next over here? And like one of the next things that I want to do, because we don't have a solid wool supply, is I want to make a tower dedicated to sheep and like their colors and stuff like that. I don't know how I'm going to do it at all, but that's kind of what I want to do. So I'm trying to think, how do I structure a skyscraper that'll make sense and where to put it? Because I've kind of wanted to put it right there, like right there in that spot, but at the same time I'm just not dedicated to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it up to the people on the server and anyone who comments, just letting me know what you think, if you have any ideas for where I should put that skyscraper, if I should just go ahead and continue down the line, or if I should go ahead and create the intersection down here. The intersection will have a road going right down this way in between these two hills, and kind of go a little bit further that way as well as continuing that way, and maybe branch it off of one of those directions. Kind of encourage development in my mind to go off into one of these different directions. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So I don't really know what I really want to do. So I kind of want to see what everyone else is kind of thinking. So that is what's going on over here. But let's go ahead and... do we want it to be day? Yeah, let's go ahead and make it day. So let's go ahead and unspec ourselves. There we go. Get into bed. And we'll jump right back into it. So spectator. There we go. And let's go ahead and fly over to Town Hall. Because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It is done, by the way. It is done on my part. I ended up doing 3 builds for the little Halloween district. Actually, I'm not done. I'll explain why here in a little bit. The 3 builds that I did are these 3 guys right here. We got Mr. Spoopington, who came back. I think it's Mr. Spoopington or Spookington. I gotta figure out the official name. So, I'll label it properly. Don't worry. But he is back. Only change that I did to him this time is actually 2 things. One, I got rid of the glass that was covering his eyes. There was originally orange glass that was covering his eyes. I feel like it wasn't really needed, so I went ahead and got rid of it. And then on the pumpkin itself, I went ahead and added just a little bit of a colored face to it, kind of making it appear maybe carved, but it's not carved at all. But that's about the best thing I could do to give it a face. So I decided to go ahead and add that little touch. Over here, though, a little flashback from Season 3. Originally, the first Halloween that we ever had with the Boredom server that I can remember. I don't believe Season 1 had a Halloween, and I know Season 2 we only had Christmas. Actually, Season 1 we did have Halloween, but we did not do anything decorative for it. So this was the first decoration ever done for the Halloween on the Boredom server. And the only addition I added, which I really do like a lot, is the creeper's eyes follow you. Originally, it didn't have eyes at all. It was originally just a hollow skull. And I kind of feel like this makes a little bit more sense because pretty much everything has to have eye sockets if it has eyes. So I think this makes a little bit more sense and adds a little bit of character to the build. So I definitely like how it turned out. The last thing I did was adding this little guy down here. As usual, I usually try and make some like spooky Halloween trees, and this one is actually on Man vs. Craft, a place I have not visited in so long. And I really do need to revisit that map again someday. Because that map is not dead. That map is definitely not dead. I just need to have motivation to go back to it. But I did go ahead and add a lot of detail to this one. I definitely like how it turned out. And it's just randomized. There's no structure to this at all. But this was originally done I don't think it was done in season 3. I think it was like season 5 I did this, and then last season, season 7, I made one of these. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. But the one thing I'm considering doing is, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, is I'm going to turn these guys into shops. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this guy, obviously, into a gunpowder shop with maybe TNT in it, maybe rockets. I think rockets should be its own shop, though. But it is a product of gunpowder. But that's what I want to kind of do with that guy. And over here, obviously, it's a skeleton. So I'm thinking we do bones, bone blocks, that good stuff. Maybe it's bone meal. I think having bone meal is kind of pointless, but who knows? But that's kind of what I'm thinking for that guy. I'm not really sure where I'd put the chest at, though. Maybe if I was to put like a chest in front of that leg and a chest like over here, maybe one's a payment leg and then one's a one is the actual inventory, and then over here we can just recess it into the actual leg itself and the foot. So I think it turned out. I think it would work out fine. But I'm really happy with how it turned out as well. It feels really, really good. This build over here, though, I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what this is. It is just turning into kind of like a redstone sphere. And I'm not really sure what's up with it or who's building it. So, all I know is that there's that quartz there, and that quartz is for the bank eventually. Which, this build kind of came into the way of where the bank was going to be, so we're probably going to have to move the bank, which is not a big issue at all. In fact, I think a better placement for the bank probably is going to be like right over here. So that way we can have a path kind of going along here. So that way we can expand out a little bit more along this way. I think is going to be actually pretty good. So I'm not upset with that being there at all. I think that actually probably encouraged development the way that it needs to go. So thank you whoever built that. So hopefully in the next episode we'll get a final view as to what that is. But I forgot to talk about my damn tree. This over here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have it be a pumpkin and web shop. Now, unfortunately, the pumpkins are no longer a rare commodity, okay? If I was to go back to my base, you would be like, pumpkins. Oh, dear. Because, yeah, I have way too many. I have way too many of those things. So I'm pretty much just going to give out free pumpkins over here. And maybe people can make their own jack-o'-lanterns, something like that. But what I'm going to do with that is I'm definitely going to sell webs. We do have a cave spider spawner, so I can get the webs. No, I can't. It's only regular spiders that drop webs. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to make an actual spider spawner just to make webs. But I think that's what I'm going to kind of do for that guy. Is right there where that chest is, that's kind of what I'm going to do. But I did add this graveyard out in front as like a little decoration. So people can put their, people can come over here, grab a sign, and just be like, oh, hey, boobity boobity boo, I'm going to claim this one. This is where I died. But yeah, I definitely like how it turned out. Turned out really good. But the one thing I did want to see, did we get any monies? Nope. Yeah, that's pretty much it around here. There really hasn't been too much else really going on, I don't believe. Let me jump over here to the Harvest District, which Ben was asking me about this. He was asking if the Halloween District and if the Harvest District were going to be the same thing. I told him absolutely not. This will be actually the next area that I'm going to help to try and develop, actually. Because what I want to do is I want to make... I want to see if I can try and make like an apple orchard kind of looking thing. We'll just have to see. But if we can do that, maybe have another cornucopia like we did last season done by John. See if John wants to remake that or not. There's some other builds that I was thinking as well. But yeah, I just had like a lot of ideas for what to do over here. and actually spruce up this place a little bit more. But then the Christmas district, I'm still set in stone. I'm set in stone officially, boys. We're going up here, okay? We are going to definitely go up here with the Christmas district. I think that this is going to be a really, really fun place for it. We'll have like a nice tree in the middle. We'll have some builds going around it. And we'll even have like a nice little Christmas bridge kind of leading up to it. I think that that'll turn out really, really good. So that's the plan that we're going with. Unless somebody's really able to change my mind, which it's pretty easy to change my mind, to be quite honest. So that's kind of what's going on for right now here. Nothing else has really been going on too much on the server. That's just what's been going on for now. So that is pretty much going to do it for this episode, though, you guys. Hopefully you guys like what you're seeing. But just standing back and taking a look really quick. I think this is the most active town hall we've had all season, like out of every single season. I mean, there's a lot of shops. There's a lot of shops and a lot of builds. Like like the Swan and the Sword, like they're more decorative builds. Even those two, even those three over there, I kind of consider decorative builds, even though they're gonna have a purpose. But even the pumpkin train doesn't have a purpose. That's just decoration. And Elle's tree. It's a good season. That's a good season. I like when we go every single season and we kind of like we get better and better every single season. Everyone kind of expands. Like originally Chris was like all cobblestone with his builds and stuff like that. And now he's building more abstract stuff like the whole racetrack and whatnot. It's cool to see how over the years we've gotten better with our builds, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys back here in the next episode.